Thanks for watching. I'm excited to introduce to you this new empowering series of non-traditional educational videos. This 200 series is an exciting series designed to teach you how to. I encourage everyone to review the 100 series. The 100 series gives you a general framework, fundamentals, and covers vital concepts necessary to apply to all our advanced level courses. Make sure you start in order. This course will teach you what it is to run a general partnership. We're going to take some time this week to discuss 1, what is required to open up bank accounts for a general partnership. 2, how to authorize financial actions. 3, how to authorize contracts. 4, how to pay everyone. And 5, most importantly, how will you pay your taxes? We're going to start off by accurately defining what is business operations. We're going to go to Black's Law definition, the second edition specifically. We're looking at ongoing reoccurring activities involved in the running of a business for the purpose of producing value for stakeholders. Now, this is important, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of us like to deliberate. We may even somehow discuss things with each other and then forget in the process of hustling that we're actually doing a business operation. Remember, we use specifically businesses to conduct our hustle. It's very important. Don't forget. Although being a professional hustler is not a conventional business, we still use conventional business methodologies when we incorporate or utilize things like business activities. This means we have to adhere to common business principles, like 1, formal meetings. 2, we have to record these meetings in written format, or they can be transcribed like what we're doing right now. There still has to be formal permission to be granted if you're dealing with more than one party in a partnership. That means you vote. That's important. And finally, you have to have an impartial code of ethics, which everyone adheres to, including you. Our main goals for this course is going to be deal with running a partnership. Being an unincorporated organization does not mean you do not have to run your operations professionally. You require the same common sense operations as your incorporated peers. The difference is largely in technicalities. Where a corporation must file a resolution within a certain amount of days or face statutory penalties to the state, your requirements are governed by your contracts. If you say it must be done in 30 days, it must be done in 30 days. The Uniform Partnership Act mainly applies to people who neglect to answer fundamental partnership issues. This regulation applies to partnerships in 44 out of the 50 states and districts. I encourage everyone to reference Educational Course 201 for more color on this item. For this specific course, we're going to teach you how to operate by opening up bank accounts, how to authorize and make financial decisions, how to authorize contracts, most importantly, how to pay everyone, and of course, what's your tax liability. How to open up your bank accounts. This is important because if you're going to end up getting paid or paying anybody, you have to have a bank account. So how do you do that with an unincorporated entity? I briefly touched on this on our last course, but I'm going to reemphasize it specifically so I can give you a to-do list and hurry on so you can get along. The first thing you're going to do is go to your county, get an occupational license if it requires it. The second thing you're going to do is go to your municipal. A lot of people don't realize that. Cities issue occupational licenses just like counties. 3, you're going to go to your local county clerk and you're going to look for a fictitious name filing or DBA registration form. That's called doing business as. It's specifically for unincorporated people. Then you're going to go on the IRS website and you're going to get something called an employer identification number or an EIN. That's your social security number, so you can actually give that number to the bank officer and open up your account. Now, your DBA form is going to be very important because they're still going to ask for a confirmation that your unincorporated organization is legitimate and it exists. So make sure you get that filed. Partnership agreements govern your financial decisions as well as your formal corporate ones. You have to make financial decisions in writings. This means coming up with official things called resolutions. We're going to use resolutions for both financial decisions and official commercial transactions or projects. Your recital section is very important because it pretenses the purpose of the resolution and what it's for. whether that be for financial reasons or a commercial transaction that you're about to engage in. Your notation section is you're going to lead with the word noted, comma. Then you're going to go ahead and explain whatever the circumstance is. So you might say, noted, the general partners came together to affirm a commercial transaction that would take place in the month of May. Then you would put a period. Second, you might do another notation and say, noted, the parties have agreed to pay out 40% of the net profits, and then end with a period. Once you're done with your notations, setting the groundwork for what your resolutions are going to be, you're going to say something like this, resolved, comma, and you're going to authorize the official action that you want to do. So you may say something like, resolved, the partners are authorizing partner Christopher Lopez to open up a bank account, period. They're very direct statements that specifically authorize a particular action. Your final section of a resolution is going to be pretty straightforward. You're going to ratify all your resolutions by coming to an agreement between both parties in the partnership and signing off. Your contracts are going to require authorizations as well. Specifically in our next course, we're going to go over statements of work and we're going to explain the fundamentals for how your contracts could be structured. But for this purpose, obtaining a signature through a resolution to authorize a statement of work is important because it's going to go ahead and define the project scope. Now, the thing that you need to focus on in this course is we document vigorously. There's a lot of reasons for that. Everything from people misremembering what you said to telling you what you did say and what you didn't say. You have to, in business, document things in writing. If you don't take away anything from this course, take away that. Document, document, document. So you're going to need, on that note, a general resolution for petty cash, day-to-day activities. You're going to need to authorize a certain amount. You're going to need another resolution for agreed upon net percentages after costs. You're going to need 3 separate bank accounts. One for operational costs, for things like rent, utilities, phone, etc. You're going to need one for your profits calculation. And then you're going to need a final one for wages and paying your personnel. That includes your vendors. Every time you file a payment, it needs to be put in a record drawer or you need to save it on a hard drive. Say hello to the tax man. If you're an individual, you're going to be dealing with a Form 1040. This is going to be for unincorporated persons that are not associated with anyone else. Your Schedule K-1 is going to be for 2 or more parties. This is what the general partnership is about. Now remember, those forms are only going to be for your residual business earnings. You still need W-2 earnings because you do not have a business that has a brick and mortar and a Fortune 500 company presence. Realistically, you're going to still need things like credit and qualifying for loans, so you're going to need to go to a payroll company and put yourself on payroll. This is my gross record for following simple advice, which has taken me to over $12 million in gross revenue throughout the years. This is not about business, but a self-employed career which answers unique problems with unique solutions. These revenues have costs, licensing, and certification requirements. Keep this in mind. Remember, employment can be self-employment, and you need a W-2 if you're going to function in the regular world. I'm excited if you've made it to the end of this video. This overview is designed to teach you how to run your unincorporated general partnership. Get an ebook copy of my international best-selling book for free by clicking the link in the description. After you sign up, send an email after sign up and put this week's video code in, 202, in your follow-up email asking for your free ebook for watching this week's video. Again, this week's video code is 202. No information in this course is designed to be a recommendation for investing, providing financial advice, or financial products. Please do not contact us for investment inquiries or any investment-related recommendations. This is a free educational tool to be used for informational and educational purposes only. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so each time I come out with a course, you can stay ahead of the curve and hustle hard. Thanks a lot. Check me out at ChristopherKLopez.com.
Rise of the hustle.